The jungle of Rylox 9 was never silent. It thrummed with life, each sound layered atop the other, chirps, growls, and the distant rumble of titanic predators. Among them reigned the Drillmouth, a towering beast with tusks like swords and a hide scarred by centuries of battles. Even the most advanced alien species avoided its territory. To stumble into its domain meant death. When the beast returned to its den that evening, its tusks were still wet with blood. It had hunted the invaders, sleek-skinned raiders from the Clivac Syndicate who thought they could claim the jungle. They had paid the price. The Drillmouth was ancient, patient, and merciless. But something was wrong. The den smelled different, unfamiliar, tinged with smoke and metal. It lowered its head, nostrils flaring, the ground trembling with every step. It expected to find its cubs cowering, afraid. Instead, a strange sound filled the cavern. Laughter. The beast froze. Its massive frame blocked the entrance, golden eyes narrowing. Inside, its cubs were not hiding. They were bounding joyfully around a figure that sat cross-legged on the rocky floor. A human. The Drillmouth growled, a low rumble that shook the cavern walls. The cubs ignored it, pawing at the human's boots, tugging playfully at his sleeves. The man grinned, his face streaked with dirt, but his posture relaxed. His voice carried warmth as he ruffled the cub's fur. "There you are," he said without fear, looking up at the towering beast. "I was wondering when you'd come back." The Drillmouth's first instinct was rage. No outsider touched its cubs and lived. Muscles coiled, tusks lowered, it prepared to strike. But then, something caught its attention. The cubs were not afraid. They chirped and nuzzled the human as though he belonged to the den. Their hearts beat calm and steady. The man slowly raised his hands, palms open. "Easy, big one. I didn't hurt them. I kept them safe." The Drillmouth hesitated. It had left its cubs hidden while it battled the Syndicate raiders. But the human scent was different from the invaders, sharper, earthy, laced with smoke and blood, but not hostile. And faintly, the beast could detect the scent of dead Clivac on his skin. This human had fought. As the beast studied him, the man continued in that calm tone. "They came for your little ones. I couldn't let that happen. I'm just passing through, but, well, when I saw what they were planning, I figured I should step in." He chuckled. "Guess you could say I got a little protective." The Drillmouth remembered the battlefield it had left behind. The raiders had been scattered farther than its tusks could have thrown them. Their wounds hadn't all been from beast claws. Some had been burned by human fire. The man reached into a pouch at his side. The beast tensed, but he only pulled out a canteen. He poured water into his hand, letting the cubs lap it up eagerly. "They were thirsty," he explained. "Hungry too, but I figured you'd bring food soon enough." The Drillmouth's rage faltered. Here was a creature from another world, fragile in comparison to the jungle's predators, yet he had defended its cubs. He had not claimed dominance. He had not sought control. He had simply stood with them. For the first time in centuries, the beast felt something it had long forgotten: trust. The man rose to his feet, careful not to tower, keeping his movements deliberate and slow. His eyes never wavered from the beast's, but they held no challenge, only respect. "I'll go," he said softly. "They're yours. Always were. I just wanted to make sure they saw another day." The cubs whined in protest as he stepped toward the cavern's edge. The Drillmouth's muscles tensed once more, this time not in anger, but in decision. With a low rumble, it moved aside, granting him passage. As the man walked past, the beast dipped its head slightly, an acknowledgement few had ever earned. The jungle would whisper of this night for generations. For the Drillmouth had returned for blood, and found instead that a human had protected its future.